Peanut Desensitization in Pediatrics, presented by Lindsay Dalton and Shreya Julicanti.
Peanut allergies are by far the most common allergy, and they restrict how freely children are able to learn and grow. The threat of an allergic reaction to trace amounts of peanuts or peanut protein requires children and their parents to be ready at any given time for an anaphylactic allergic reaction. However, there are now immunotherapies that are working towards reducing the severity of a child's anaphylactic allergic reaction. The mechanism through which these products attempt to achieve this end goal varies based on the specific product. This poster will explore FDA-approved products as well as those in development specific for peanut allergy. Many therapies focus on exposing the child to gradually higher levels of peanut protein as a way for the immune system to prevent responding with a type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. This may be achieved through oral, dermal, intradermal, or sublingual therapies. While these promising therapies may reduce the severity of a pediatric patient's anaphylactic allergic reaction from exposure to peanut protein, they should not be considered as cures. They are allowing for the immune system to become accustomed to higher doses of peanut protein so that these children can tolerate an accidental exposure to one or a few peanuts. They do not reverse patients' allergies. These patients must still follow a strict peanut-avoidant diet and also carry injectable epinephrine with them at all times. The first medication that we will be looking at is Palyportia. So this oral immunotherapy was approved from the FDA in January 2020 for minimizing the severity of anaphylactic reactions to peanuts. The exact mechanism of action is unknown, but it is proposed to influence the action of IgG, preventing mast cell degranulation. It is approved for ages 4 to 17 and is easy to take since the capsules containing the Palyportia powder can be opened and mixed with semi-solid foods. It's given according to an escalating dosing schedule. First, patients are given a 0.5 milligram dose. If they're able to tolerate that dose after a 20-minute monitoring period, they can escalate to the next dose and so on until they can successfully tolerate 3 milligrams by mouth. This all takes place under the monitoring of a physician. Then the patient begins with a dose of 3 milligrams daily for 2 weeks. At the end of those 2 weeks, the patient escalates to the next dose for 2 weeks and so on until they successfully tolerate 300 milligrams daily for 2 weeks. Last is the maintenance phase. Here the patient is taking 300 milligrams daily. However, Palyportia is contraindicated in patients with uncontrolled asthma since it may make an anaphylactic reaction more likely. Patients with eosinophilic gastrointestinal disease also should not take Palyportia due to the excess irritation that the medication causes to the esophageal lining. They have found that this resolves upon discontinuing the medication. For these reasons, there is a REMS program for this medication before patients can even use it. And there's also a high cost of this medication that is preventing patients from easily accessing it. The second medication is Viaskin. This epicutaneous immunotherapy is different from a common medication patch. It uses the body's natural water loss to solubilize and release peanut protein through the skin to interact with immune cells. Viaskin was studied in ages 4 to 11. While it was shown to have less efficacy in comparison to Palyportia, it also had significantly fewer systemic allergic reactions to the medication itself. Unfortunately, Viaskin was denied FDA approval in August 2020 for patch adhesion and efficacy concerns. To resubmit their application, they must choose whether to conduct a human factor study on the children's practical usage, perform additional analysis on Viaskin's efficacy over time, or conduct a placebo-controlled phase 3 trial, which can be very costly. The company's restructuring and additional funding concerns may also impact Viaskin's future as a therapy.
So the next drug we're going to talk about is Omalysimab, which is also known as Xolair, and this is an anti-IgE monoclonal antibody thought to allow for faster desensitization when used with oral immunotherapy. It's currently FDA approved for use in type 1 severe allergies, but has yet to be approved specifically for peanut allergies. In a 2017 study, 22 participants were able to tolerate 2,000 milligrams of peanut protein after 20 weeks out of 29 participants taking omalizumab. Omalysimab is also thought to provide a sustained effect on maintaining desensitization even after discontinuation. The same 2017 study determined that 6 weeks after discontinuing omalizumab, 89% of individuals were able to consume 2,000 milligrams of peanut protein. So to summarize, omalysimab is thought to allow for a faster rate of desensitization when used with oral immunotherapy and continue to facilitate desensitization even after omalysimab is stopped. The next drug that's currently in research is PVX-108, which is a vaccine that's been created specifically against peanut allergies. This is an intradermal injection that's made from peanut peptide allergens, ARA-H1 and ARA-H2, which are also T-cell epitopes. PVX-108 has completed phase 1 trials, and the initial findings suggest that the vaccine has a compelling safety profile, where the majority of unintended side effects were injection site reactions and found to be dose independent. While further trials are needed, PVX-108 may result in less severe reactions than other forms of immunotherapy, since PVX-108 uses peanut peptide allergens, where other drugs tend to use whole peanut proteins and often have the potential to cause anaphylaxis. The next dosage form we're going to be talking about is SLIT, which is sublingual immunotherapy, and this is another potential route of peanut allergy desensitization. A 2019 study demonstrated that 2/3, or about 67%, of children were able to safely consume at least 750 milligrams of peanut protein following 3 to 5 years of daily 2 milligram SLIT. 5 of the 37 patients who completed maintenance therapy were able to tolerate 5,000 milligrams of peanut protein after sustained discontinuation of SLIT. The findings from the trial also suggested increased safety, as no epinephrine had to be injected throughout the course of the trial, and only 0.2% of symptoms associated with adverse effects required treatment with an antihistamine. The most prominent side effect consisted of oral pharyngeal itching. So similar to PVX-108, if either one of these drugs continue to be researched and are approved in the future, they could provide greater safety versus drugs like Palyportia, which use the whole peanut protein and are more likely to cause anaphylaxis as a potential side effect. Currently, Palyportia is the only approved agent for peanut allergy desensitization. This acknowledges that further research is needed to develop more treatment options. Desensitization can increase safety for those with potentially life-threatening peanut allergies who face accidental exposures. It can also improve the quality of life for peanut allergic children who often experience fear and anxiety over potential exposure to their allergen. As food allergies continue to become more prevalent among the pediatric population, peanut allergy desensitization is a treatment modality that requires greater focus in drug discovery due to its beneficial impact for children. And just a special thank you to Dr. Hubbard for assisting with this poster. Please let us know if you have any questions about our poster or would like any further information. Our emails are lindsay.dalton@uconn.edu and shreya.julicanti@uconn.edu. Thank you.